Yes, ma'am.
Born in 1944 in Hoshiarpur district and poignant creations within the visual arts sphere. Throughout her career, she has delved into profound.
Yes. Thank you.
Is held high. Where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. The sand of dead habit. Where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action. A warrior out of an actor.
One of the most important things we can do in our...
Congratulations.
Challenge it. Today we celebrate a challenge.
Advaita, a quick question for you. Tell us, who has been your biggest strength in your journey?
That my biggest strength has been my mom. So I think a lot of you may know that the founder of Nykaa is actually my mother, Falguni Nair. I joined her 12 years ago. And I have to say that she's my biggest inspiration. And you know, over the last 12 years, I always loved her as a mother and she was very close. But in the last 12 years, I saw her in so many more avatars. And the way she conducts herself personally, professionally, the way she takes risks, and the way she sort of manages these roles without losing her love for life, without allowing...
Come at the center.
The example of what Picasso meant. Her Galiappa makes India happy.
Professionally, I am parlor Didi. Personally, I am your Maja.
But she's more. Rukna inki aadat nahi. Thank you for putting body shamers in their place.
So Malika, the question for you is, how are you able to find humor in the mundane? There's a mic waiting for you.
Thank you.
Really able to find humor in the mundane, in the tragic, because I mean that's limitless, right? Like I think something that is very obviously on the surface funny is right there for you. But I am a bit curious, I'm a bit irreverent thanks to my upbringing, and I like to laugh where it's inappropriate to laugh. And I like to make people laugh where it's not allowed to laugh. And I hope to continue to do that. Thank you so much.
Recognize the inspiring mountaineer Baljeet Kaur.
Why climb a mountain? Some do it to plant their flag, some for the views, but Baljeet isn't just somebody. She's the mountain daughter, the fighter, the Sardarni who looked death in the eye and said, Rab Rakha. Baljeet Kaur with the best in sports mountaineering. 40 crore Indians. तुमने दिखाया है, कोई भी पर्वत ऊंचा नहीं, जब इरादा मजबूत हो.
Come at the center.
So Baljeet, a question for you. Please share with us Duti Chand.
Do we make our own destinies? Duti Chand has no doubts. Born in a below poverty line family, her life has been a race. To WAA, will achieve anything.
the male Africa males of India.
We're honored to award Ruti the Best in Sports Athletics.
Ruti, आपके लिए क्वेश्चन है कि
So everything that Amarna Jain does leads to happiness.
She refined our taste of fashion, movies, stories, and lifestyle. What's more, she's now adding joy to our meals. We're thrilled to honor Avarna in the media category. You make music and stories a part of India's staple diet.
congratulations, Avarna. Tell us.
You know, they say often with legacy comes complacency. For me, I think with legacy comes a sense of responsibility, the need to prove myself, and the need to add to that legacy. And that's what motivates me every single day. Thank you, Divya. When I stood here 10 years ago where Divya is today, I actually wondered if I would ever be on the other side of the receiving of these awards.
And here, and here, and for downtime, here. Aarti, you dream of
Aarti, congratulations. Tell us, who has been your biggest inspiration?
Ma'am, look at this camera. Thank you.
Speech. I've been what the video mentioned. I'm biggest fan of Mythic Roshan Tiger. It's always on my mind. My biggest support is my family. Abhishek is my brother.
Get a big hand for Abhishek.
And even my
Indians. You are a philanthropist for the year.
I don't know whether I can answer that in a few sentences, but I think what would be really nice to see in the future is more collaboration, and not just collaboration within, but beyond. Whether it's philanthropy or business or government, we're all actually servicing the same audience, and it'll be nice to see a lot more collaboration between philanthropy and business.
Next awardee, the designer and artist Ruma Devi.
जहाँ कुछ नहीं उगता वहाँ जिद उगती है. School dropout 8, married at 17, unstoppable at 31. Ruma Devi, all you had was a dream and a second-hand sewing machine. And look what you've woven. You've lifted the art of weaving from the heart to Harvard. हाथ में सिलाई, दिल में आग, आपकी जिद को सलाम है. We're honored to present the best in crafts and textiles to you.
Look at this camera. At this camera. Thank you.
Ruma on.
सबसे पहले तो आप सभी को वुमेन्स डे की ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं, साथ ही महाशिवरात्रि की भी आप सभी को शुभकामनाएं. जिस तरीके से आपने वीडियो में देखा, मैं राजस्थान बाड़मेर से आती हूं और कुछ ऐसी परिस्थितियां थी, घर की आर्थिक स्थिति ठीक नहीं थी, इसीलिए मैंने 2008 में सुई धागा हाथ में लेके काम की शुरुआत की थी. और साथ ही जब मुझे लगा कि ये जो परेशानियां झेलने वाली मैं अकेली नहीं हूँ, मेरे जिले की जो रेत के डिब्बों में दूर दूर ढाणियों में महिलाएं बैठी है, उन सबकी परेशानी है, तो मुझे मेरे लिए नहीं, मुझे मेरी बहनों के लिए काम करना है. उसी दिन प्रण लिया. 10 महिलाओं के साथ में हमने काम की शुरुआत की थी. आज हमारे साथ में 35,000 से ज्यादा बहनें जुड़ी हुई है और साथ ही राजस्थान की 44 लाख महिलाएं जुड़ी हुई है. और इसलिए मैं आज आपको एक संदेश देती हूँ, क्योंकि आज हम महिलाएं ही महिलाओं को सम्मान दे रही है. और इस तरीके से अगर महिलाओं का हौसला बढ़ाया जाए तो निश्चित रूप से हमारी गांव की बहनें आगे आएगी, उनकी झिझक है वो निकलेगी और वो घर से बाहर आके काम जरूर करेगी। तो मैं हमेशा महिलाओं का सम्मान करें, सपोर्ट करें, अपने हक के लिए खुद लड़े। हम सब में कोई ना कोई हुनर जरूर है, तो क्यों ना हुनर के जरिए आगे बढ़े, स्वावलंबी बने। अगर खुद में विश्वास है तो खड़े रहे, अड़े रहे। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
जय हिंद।
Very big day, not just for us in the LGBT community, but also for the Constitution of India, for that expansion of rights, to remember that all of us as citizens are protected by this Constitution and its promises of equality and dignity for all. And it's not always an unequivocal journey, or the battle for rights is not always a linear battle. So we won that fight against 377, but last year we also lost the battle for same-sex marriage in the same Supreme Court. But we have hope in our hearts. We know that things will change. And I think that's the thing to remember through times, good and bad, that the Constitution is always there with us. Thank you.
At 23, she built a world India is proud of. Mitty Cafe, a world where disabled becomes I am able. It is our honor to award you for...
We have a round of applause.
So Nero was an emperor in the ancient Roman Empire, mighty rich. You see, and as evening befell, Nero said, "Boss, we need some lights to make the party happening and rocking." So he decided to burn waste to generate light. He decided to burn the prisoners of war and the poor people who were captured, who he considered not more than waste. I was around 22 years old then, sitting in that classroom waiting for placements. I realized that the problem is not Nero. You could equate Nero with injustice, discrimination, all the not so nice things that exist in this world that will always exist. You know what the problem was? The problem was Nero's guests. As to how thousands of them could sing, dance, drink when fellow human beings burned and died. And I realized that I was one of Nero's guests. Which is when I decided I will not sit for college placements and started volunteering with organizations that work in the inclusion space. I'm a mother to a 1-year-old. The problem is not that there are 70 million people with disabilities in India and over 1 billion people with disabilities across the world. The statistics is not the problem. The problem is the larger statistics, which is the disability in our perceptions, that stops us from seeing the magic in their abilities. Our first employee came in crawling for the interview because her family could not afford a wheelchair. If you would give her this mic, her hands would shake and it would fall. Today, that same girl sitting on her wheelchair, she manages 10 other people with disabilities. She's the manager for our first cafe and her name is Preeti. As I talk to you, we have 42 Mitty cafes across the country, including inside the Supreme Court. This month, we will start inside the Rashtrapati Bhavan, run by these amazing people. Nikki, Pooja, Madhuri, and the ever smiling naam to batao. Me. Thank you so much for having us here. And the aim is to reach out to the billionth Kirti across the world for whom economic independence and dignity is not yet a reality. And the magic is in each one of you all to make that possible. Thank you for having us.
Modern Indian woman. Above all, she is a portrait of a happy and balanced life. We're thrilled to present you with an award for holistic beauty and wellness advocacy.
So Meera, congratulations. What motivated you to become an advocate for holistic health and wellness?
Today, to answer your question, Ambika, we've all grown up hearing grandmother's tales, old wives' tales, Nani ka nuska. What we may have missed is such valuable information has come to us through women, and they have been the custodians for this kind of treasure that seems very ordinary but is a part of all our lives, the way we raise our children, the way we look after ourselves, what makes us feel and look beautiful. And I felt like it's about time that as women of today we bring that back as an ode to all the women who have raised us, to the invaluable information that is there in our culture, and to respect what we have as Indian women and own that, feel and look beautiful, our Indian selves. And tonight is about celebrating all of you. I'm so inspired by all the stories that have come out here. I mean, we have women who have literally climbed mountains. Lisa, what you said was just so inspiring and so touching. And each and every one of you, tonight is about celebrating all of us women to stay beautiful, feel beautiful, be well for ourselves before others. And happy Women's Day to all of you. So thank you, YFLO, thank you, Divya, thank you, everyone.
On this special occasion, due to the demise of her father,
Look at this camera. Now look at the camera.
That's a good question because I'm actually working on shooting something right now. I'm starting India's first lifestyle, fashion, and luxury podcast. It's going to be a video and audio format. And the best thing is that we're speaking to pioneers, people who've done really, really great work in that category. And we're keeping the conversations very casual, stylish, and candid. So that's what's next. It's coming up soon. Hopefully, inshallah, by the end of March, it should launch.
That sounds amazing.
Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you.
Of our heritage, Nitya Bajaj's dedication to preserving this craft is truly inspirational, as each piece crafted under her guidance